welcome to the very first show, Sports Therapy with FH Jr. This is how do I say this? This is the first show. Before I decided to do this, I consulted with a lot of friends back and forth, and I was like, okay, what all can go wrong? So they said, hey, man, don't worry about your first show. There'll probably be some things that'll go wrong, but jump in, do what the best you can do, and then we'll make it do what it does. So anyway, a little bit about my show. This is now, although the name of the show is Sports Therapy, and now it's not really therapy. It's just a show design. It's gonna be a fan driven show where callers can call. You'll get 3 minutes to call in. You can either rip, rant, drop some knowledge about your team. Now, of course, let me talk about the thing that we do not do on Sports Therapy. First of all, we don't talk politics. We don't talk about sexual orientation. We don't talk about anything other than the NFL games. So basically what you do, calls will have 3 minutes or 2 minutes to call in. They can rip, or just kick some knowledge about their team. And this show is designed to be a total caller driven show. So what I want my callers to know that if you call in, please turn your volume way up so that we can hear you. Okay. So in fact, I am going to take the very first caller. Let's see who we got. Caller. Hello, caller. Let's see what we got here. Caller.
Hello.
Hey, who we got here?
This is Alan Cooper out of Pine Bend, Arkansas.
All right, Alan, welcome to the first. In fact, Alan, you are the very first caller on Sports Therapy with FH Jr. Now, the format of the show, Alan, will be about NFL games. You'll have 2 minutes. You can call, rip, rant, or just kick a little knowledge about the NFL. But our topic of the day is going to be about the NFL draft. Of course, I was going to do a show about the NFL draft, but what I found out that the draft was going to be 3 hours and I was only going to do an hour show. So I decided I would come back later and look at trying to do something a little bit different. So I decided that I would call today's show Buyer Beware. And what I'm saying is that should teams draft for need or should they draft the best player available? What say you, Alan?
I think you should. I think you got to draft it. Well, I think I draft the best player available because if I draft the best player available, I put it more I need it. So I would get the best player available.
Okay. So now let me let and let me ponder a little bit here because now I don't hide my fandom and I don't hide my fandom. I am a card
Right.
carrying. I can't say Washington Redskin fan, but I am a card carrying. Well, because we got to change our name now, so we are the Commanders. In fact,
Right.
where I'm broadcasting is from. I call it the Command Center, and which is my actual my actual closet because I get a real deal from the landlord on the rent. But during the draft, we decided that we would drop down. And I think we were like we had the 11th pick, and we decided we would drop back. And man, I like, hey, that kind of ran me crazy, ran me a little hot. There were so many good players there, but at the end of the day, everybody wanted to get like because in this year's draft, the quarterbacks were not that great, so that wasn't that quarterback that everybody had to go up and get. So I saw teams falling back. So I said that to say this, and I agree with you wholeheartedly that you should get the best player available because you can use those players to market them and to other players. So
Right.
but and I know being fans, cause fans, we like to jump on that big name player and give me this number one
Right.
guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So what I'm hearing you say, brother Allen, is they should always go for the best player that's available, right?
Yes, I would go for the best player available. Then whatever I need, and if I need to trade that player, I may be able to trade him off and get, maybe get 4 or 5 people that I need
That's that's
in
the,
position.
that's
So,
kind of what the Cowboys
so
did
I,
with
that's kind of
that kind of what the Cowboys did with Herschel Walker. Remember the old Herschel Walker deal? They marketed
right.
that into
Yeah,
several players, and that equated
yeah.
to some
Well,
championship.
and I think that's probably the best way to build your team, really, because build for need. Because a lot of times, if you do it through the draft, you might not be able to build this team for 3 4 years. But I would probably get the best player available. If it's just not somebody, I know that. Well, you don't never know how a player gonna turn out anyway.
True.
But I probably would get the best player available, and then give me a bunch of draft picks or older players to fill the need that what I need.
All right, Alan. Thank you for calling and being the very first caller on Sports Therapy. All right, thanks for calling, brother.
Thank you, SJ. Thank you, SJ. Appreciate you.
All right,
Hey, have good luck.
all right. You too.
All right, thank you. All right, bye bye.
Hello.
Welcome to Sports Therapy with FH Junior. Who am I speaking with?
Hello.
What's going on? You got Brittany?
All right.
Hello.
My name is
Who am I talking to?
It's
my name is
Mr. Cooper,
Brittany.
Alan Cooper.
All right. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, this is Alan Cooper.
Okay, Alan. Hold on. I had another caller here. Let me see. Okay, Alan. Let me hang up and see can I get my other caller to come through.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Caller.
Yes, sir.
All
My
right.
name is Brittany.
Okay, Brendan. What's going on, my brother? Where you calling from?
Sir, how's it going? I'm
Uh,
calling from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas. All right. So now,
Yes, sir.
okay, let me ask you a question. What's your team?
Yes, sir. I like the Chiefs.
Oh, we got a G fan. That's what I'm talking about, brother. All right. So now, Chief fan. Now I got to test your fandom here. So I got to ask you a question.
Yes,
You
sir.
guys traded the cheetah, the wide receiver. Tell me, what do you feel about that?
Man, I don't think it was a good trade, honestly. I feel like they got so much potential with.
You still there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I got you coming through right now. All right. Now you were saying that you felt like that wasn't a good trade because they had so much potential. Now, because now, it was at a point to where they either had to pay him a lot of money or let him walk.
I feel like honestly, the Chiefs got it. I feel like with they I feel like the Chiefs got the money to pay Cheetah, but I feel like at the same time, if there's a need, like for another area to fill in, then I feel like that's what they should do. Like I love I really my home team is the Cowboys. I really like the Cowboys, but at the same time, I feel like the Chiefs just been working and showing out. I like Patrick Mahomes.
I
I
got you.
like
I
yes
got
sir.
you.
I like Juju Smith.
I got you. So now let me ask you this question because this is what the league is saying. They're saying that with the way the high school football players are coming out and they're coming develop, especially the wide receivers, they're coming from high school to college and they're ready to play. So what they're saying is that instead of paying guys like the cheetah a lot of money when they get to that year where we got to break the bank to pay them. Let's let them walk, and then we can go and draft someone first round, have them on a rookie salary, and not pay them anything. What do you think about that?
I agree. It's good. It's good team management, honestly,
Uh huh.
in my opinion, because like instead of like you said, breaking the bank and paying, old heads, what they worth, you can kind of develop another player, let another cat have his spot,
Yeah.
and that's something to prove. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna go in there and handle business nine
Yeah.
times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I feel like it's really a good exchange if that makes sense. I mean, I hate to see him go, good player, but at the same time, I feel like you said, like younger kid can come in there and show out just as hard, and so it can really
And
push
for
them
and for less
up the
money,
rope.
less money,
Yeah, yeah.
less money. So now let me ask you this question: Now, do you think,
Yes, sir.
based on the draft, should teams draft the best player available, or should they only draft their needs? In other words, if I need a lineman, because I know the Chiefs really need some help along the offensive line, should they have just drafted an offensive lineman, or if I got the best quarterback available, do I make that choice?
I feel like honestly, it depends because it depends on how much that player is valued and how much you showing yourself to like appreciate them on the team, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that goes in with TT, it goes in with playing time, that goes in with paying, that goes in with longevity with the team. So I feel like it just depends. I feel like you also have like you said, the newer cats that do want to get in there and show out, but you do have to stick to your roots though. At the same time, like if you know it's not time to let somebody go, and you can work with that contract, and you still got potential within that player, then you should still keep the same lineman that you got. If ain't nothing wrong with him, you get what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, I do feel like it should be an available spot for like a newcomer to come along, a rookie,
Right, right,
to get in
right.
there and just
Right, right. I got you.
I,
Hey,
I agree.
appreciate you calling. Man, you gave me some good information. Appreciate it. And this is not going to be the when we roll out the sports therapy when football season start. We're actually going to be rolling out from 7 in the morning to 8 o'clock. So make sure you catch us on that time. And man, I appreciate all the information you provide. Okay.
I bet it was good talking to you.
Oh, you too, man. Thank you. Hello, caller. Welcome to Sports Therapy with FH Jr.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome to Sports
Hi,
Therapy. Who am I speaking
thanks.
with?
This is Shalonda, a true cowboy
Uh,
fan.
True Cowboy fan. Now, let me say this to my Cowboy fans. There is no fan shaming on Sports Therapy with FH Jr. This is a show where you come and get some love. This is this is the show, but this is a show
All
designed that,
right.
huh? This is a show
All
that,
right.
huh?
I said, that's good. All right. No shaming.
There will be no sports shaming. You won't have to wear a bag over your face. You have to do it. But see, the logistics of the show, it is designed to where, because based on the day, everybody's feeling good. And we've had the draft. All the teams address their needs. At least try to. But I can tell you that things are gonna change after football season start. After the NFL season start, that's when we're gonna find out. That's when I think my cussing jar is gonna fill up. See, that's the difference between cursing and cussing. Cursing is every once in a while you may say damn or a GD or whatever. But when you get to to where you gotta just be cussing, that's when I'll have the cussing jar along with my cussing bell. Now, Shalana, can you hear this bell? Did you hear the
Yes,
bell?
I can.
Okay, now
Yeah.
that is the cussing bell when you are totally off the chain, and that will happen from time to time. So, but I do know that a lot of our listeners will be from the. I mean, they're fans and they're used to what we call football talk, where people can get real and whatever. Because um, it is what it is. But I will tell you this, and I know I'm going to get a lot of Cowboy fans because people ask me, say, how can you start a show, sports therapy, deep in the hearts of Cowboy territory? Because I am
Cowboy
broadcasting from,
territory. Yeah, cowboy territory.
I am broadcasting from deep in the heart of Cowboy territory. Even though I'm in my bunker, better known as my closet, I am in my I am in my bunker. But um, I will say this about the Cowboys, and I am a Commander slash Redskin fan. I will say this about the Cowboys. It is a very rich tradition. Been around a long time. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Cowboys are going to do. So now let me ask you a question, Shalonda from Little Rock. You guys allowed y'all wide receiver to walk, aka Cooper. What do you feel about that?
I didn't like that move.
Why?
I did not like it because I think he was an asset to the team. I mean, he gelled with the team, and I liked him as a player. Nothing personal. I liked him as a player. I don't think they should have let him go.
Okay.
Point blank, period.
Now, because they had the draft a couple of weeks ago, and there are some who say that was that the Cowboys got robbed in that whole deal. And what and like I was telling my caller before, I said what's going on is that kids are coming up from the high school, especially wide receivers. They're playing what's called the 7-on-7 drills, to where they are more. Let me see. They're more ready for when they go to the next level. High school kids are ready to play right out the box at the college level, Division One college level, and so you get those Division One college players, especially wide receivers. They're coming into the league already set to where they can play at the next level. So when that happens, you take a team like not only the Cowboys, you take a lot of teams who have veteran wide receivers or veteran players at certain positions inside. You know what? In, Instead of me paying, i.e., Cooper, some of the other veterans, big money, we're just going to let them walk because we can hire or get someone. He's in the draft. We can bring in a rookie, have him on his rookie contract for X amount of years, and don't have to pay anything. What do you think about that?
I think that's BS. When
you
we, it's a money thing.
know,
I think that's really BS.
so you think that they
I
should
think
have
that's crazy.
you think that they should have
I
paid
think
him the
they
money?
should have, right, paid him what he wanted because he is that tier wide receiver. He is.
Now, I agree, and being a Commander fan, I admit when we play Dallas, you have to scheme for that guy. You have to be able to have your defense to roll safeties over to be able to not let him get loose. Not let
Right,
him get loose because I think we can focus a little bit on controlling the other guys, but we can't let this guy get loose. You know what I mean?
right, right. I agree.
Well,
And like I
Shalonda
said,
from Little Rock, better known as the Great State, appreciate you calling and look forward to hearing you and talking to you again when sports therapy begin in August, September. Okay. Thank you very much.
oh, okay.
Caller, welcome to
Hey, how
Sports.
you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
You got it.
Who,
Checking
who,
the show out, man. I just want your opinion on something. What you think about the Cowboys upcoming season?
what do I think?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you a little intro music first. That blow your socks off?
It did.
Now let me and I'm gonna be for real, and I'm gonna be impartial
Okay.
about the Cowboys. I think the window for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl, because every team has a probably about a 2 to 3 year window when they peak. I think the Cowboys peak.
Right.
I think last year was the time to get it done. I think last year,
Mm.
because the defense played out of their minds. I think last
Right.
year was the time to get it done. To be honest, and I am a commander fan and stuff like that. But I really do think that last year and the year before was the year for the Cowboys. Now I think, and I'm trying to be impartial. I think
Okay.
that allowing the receiver to walk, Cooper to walk.
Money Cooper.
Yes,
Right.
I actually think that is going to probably cause some problems. On the defensive side, I think there may be some issues there. But I think overall, I think the Cowboys' major concern may be the offensive line. You know, you talking
Yeah.
about Zach
Yeah.
Martin,
I
and
think you're right.
I think those,
Yeah.
because eventually the shelf life of a lineman is not that long. You have usually about 4 or 5 good years, and you start to decline. But I think that may be the problem, because Dak is who Dak is. Dak's a good quarterback.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
is
Right.
is he is he is he top five? No, but you can win with Dak. He's not a bus driver. He's not one of those that,
Right.
when the kids get on, open the door, let the kids get on, drive them to school. He's not a bus driver. He you can,
Right.
you can win with Dak. And this is coming from someone that's, I wouldn't say I'm anti-cowboy. There's some people in my family might think I'm anti-cowboy, but I think the Cowboys can win with Dak. Now, what scares me about the Cowboys, I think if they would ever get a real dominant tight end. One of those types
Yeah.
that's a nightmare for defenses. I think
Yeah.
that would cause some major problem. But I just think that window has closed. But I think the division is up for grabs. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's true, but it's not saying much. It'll come out our division. It's
Yeah,
not really saying much.
I got you. Hey, appreciate you calling, my man.
Hey, thanks for listening. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks a lot. Welcome to Sports Therapy with FH Jr.
What's going on, man? This is Corey.
Corey. Now, Corey, where you calling from, my brother?
I live in Dallas,
Okay.
calling from right outside of Dallas, but I am one of those Dallasites who is not a Cowboys fan. So I'm not trying to talk about them Cowboys. I'm trying to talk about them Saints. I'm trying
Hey,
to talk about them Saints.
now, Corey, let me ask you a question. Now, here's the legit stuff. Here's the format of the show. Now, you can either rip, rant, or kick some knowledge. What are we doing today? Are we ripping? Are we gonna rant? Or are we just kicking some knowledge?
You know what? It's gonna be a little bit of knowledge, but I'm probably gonna be a little bit off your format. And if you gotta put me off your show, I feel you. I got you, bro. I'm not from Dallas. I'm from Arkansas.
Corey, this therapy. We don't,
So
we don't put
I'm one of those.
anybody out of sports therapy.
Okay, all right. Well, let me tell you, because people are always asking me. They ask me how did you become a Saints fan, and you from Arkansas? Because almost everybody from Arkansas is a Dallas Cowboys fan. Then they move to Dallas and they stay a Dallas Cowboys fan. So I went to school in New Orleans, and I was there, and I knew that I was supposed to be a Dallas Cowboys fan because all my family was. But I was there in 1990. So
Talk
this was
about
the
talk
season
about
when
peer
the Saints
pressure.
won. Well, look, the Saints won their first game, right? And the city went crazy. And I'm like, why are these people cheering so much? Because they won one game. Then they won 2 games. Then they won 3. Then they won 4. And like the whole city is behind them, and they went on to win 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now the Saints are 8-0, and this has never happened in the history of the. And so I'm caught up in the whole rapture of it. And then they were 8-1. Then they were 8-2. Then they were 8-3. Ended the season at 8-8. And so I was just so caught up in it. I was like, this is a team that has a whole city that rides for them when they are on an 8-game losing streak as well as on an 8-game winning streak, bro. I was friends with people who literally wore paper bags over their heads.
Hey,
They were ashamed to show their faces, but they
Corey, I remember
glad
those
to show.
days. I remember those days,
Man,
the Archie Manning
they
days.
wearing Saint shirts. They wearing Saint shirts with the S scratched off, saying that they was Aints. It was so cool to me, and I was like, I got to be part of this. This is awesome. And that was 1990. This is 2022, and I'm a Saints fan to this day. They converted my whole household. I told my wife. She added it to the wedding vows. She said, "Forever, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan." So that's it. That's the knowledge I had to kick. Like I was there when the longest field goal to be kicked at the time was done by Anderson. I was there. I was there, like you said, during those particular times, and
Yes.
it was awesome.
Oh yeah. So sounds to me like you got a full fledged dose of who that ism.
Man, I got so much Saints gear in my house, it's ridiculous. So I wanted somebody else, hopefully, to be listening to your podcast and hear that not everybody is here to talk about the Cowboys. There's a lot of other teams, and so we need a little diversity.
And thank you, Corey. Thank you, because you know, as a counselor, and then let me tell let me tell my listening audience my background. So I don't want anyone to call in and call me doctor because I haven't earned that privilege. But my background, I do have a background in counseling. That's the legist of the show. That's why I called, informed, and developed the show as sports therapy. This is a brand of therapy. People can call in and release some and some tension, and we're on a sliding scale, which basically means it's free. You call in, you can rip, rant, or kick some knowledge like what Corey is doing. Um, and granted, although I'm operating from deep, 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 deep into behind, I wouldn't call it enemy lines, but I'm operating in the great state of Texas. And the majority of our listeners and people, they're Cowboy fans, and then I get it. I get it big time. But the gist of the show is for, hopefully, we'll have people calling in from all parts of the United States or even in different countries. And if you like the show, call and say, hey, FH, I love the show. Keep it going. And if you hate the show, you can say, you know what, I hate the show and I think it should be banned in every state, including the District of Columbia. But at the end of the day, hey man, we're just here to have some fun. Here to have some fun.
I hear you. I'll just end with this. It's great when you're walking around Dallas and you're wearing your Saints gear and you find another who that, because you could throw a rock and hit a Dallas fan.
you can throw a rock and hit several Dallas fans with the same rock.
with the same rock with the ricochet. But when those who that they gather, they see each other, they
Yes.
have that smile, they call out who that,
Yes.
you know you got a friend for life and you ain't never met him before.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I'm raising a who-datter in my house. My daughter's a big time Saint fan, man. You know what? I really, really, I really thought she wasn't gonna make it that year when the great train robbery. You remember when that play took place? The guy interfered and
The
then
pass interference.
yes,
Man,
yes.
I was at Texas Live watching that with my frat brother. Man, that was it. Was what was telling was that everybody who was there as we were walking out, they were like, "Man, y'all got robbed."
Yes, yes.
Like
Well,
everybody agreed. Everybody agreed.
yes. Well, hey, Corey, appreciate you calling, brother. And like I said, man, I love everything about what you're doing, what you stand for, and appreciate you calling in the show. Okay.
I appreciate you taking my call, man.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right.
Welcome to Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. Who am I speaking with?
Hello,
is it? Hello, is that you?
This is
Hello?
this is me.
Sports therapy. This
Sport.
is the Dallas Cowboys #1 fan.
Oh, we
You
gotta.
got me on the radio. You got me. You got me here. You got me here. I'm the #1 fan.
We got.
Forget that Saints fan, that Ace fan, man. Forget that, man. They ain't talking about nothing, man.
We got a
Get
cap.
down
We
to
got a
those
fire
Saints,
breathing
Cowboys.
cowboy on the line. That's what I'm
Everybody
talking
talking
about, man.
Cowboys, man. Come on, stop.
Man, it's just like
Stop
fishing.
it.
This like
Nasty,
fishing
man.
without bait, man. I'm kind of fire breathing cowboy fan. Hey, my brother, share your knowledge, man.
To the #1 fan, man. Hey, man, I love the Dallas Cowboys. I've been a fan since 1978.
Woo!
1978, man. That's a long time, right?
Man, you've seen them come and go.
You know, yeah, man. So you got to understand, I love the Cowboys, but right now I hate them. I root for everybody against the Cowboys because I know what's about to happen. They trade my boy Cooper away, man.
Hold on, man. I got to give you something. Hold on, let me give you a little something.
What?
I got to give you a little something. I'm giving you your moment. How about that?
Woosah. Okay, I'm back.
So now let me ask you this question. Real talk for real people. Grown up conversation.
Okay.
What made the Cowboys decide to allow Cooper to walk? In your opinion?
You know what? I really think, in my opinion, so I think it was a slew of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pandemic hit. He didn't want to get vaccinated. You know, he was always hurt on the field. Was he really worth $21 million? Did he really build up to the hype? I think he did. I think he was a showstopper. I think he was a #1, out there for receiver for Dak. But I think he just kind of made people mad, especially in the front office, with some of his antics, and he had to go.
Because Jerry did make a comment Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because every little bitty kid, if you have children of your grandparent or whatever, every toddler, infant got to have a binky. They need that pacifier, man. They need a pacifier, and I think he was Dax's pacifier. I think he was a little binky. And
well,
what?
The bottom line is he plays a position that he's got to be an alpha male. He's got to be a dog, and I don't think Cooper, coming from the Raiders over to us, was really that dog. Like when you look at a guy like Dez,
yes,
he's a big guy.
Yes,
he can make people
yeah,
miss.
yeah, yeah.
And then he was, kick returner, punt returner.
He fight. He would fight he would fight the other players, and if your teammate get out of line, he fight them too. But you need those guys though, brother. You
gotta have it.
You gotta have some dogs.
Have the alpha male in
you
the
do.
Room. And the bottom line is, man, it's the same way with T.O.
Yes.
We know T.O. was a dog, man.
Yeah. You got to have those.
Again.
You got to have those.
You got to have dogs. You got to have them in the locker room.
Yes, you got to have.
Get ready to go to war, man. Dad can do his thing all day long and get away and be the player that he is. Like you say, he's probably not a bus driver.
Yeah.
But that's just what we get in Dak. We know when we get some games are good, some games are not good. But you live in Dallas.
Yeah.
You got to come to play every single game. We're supposed to win the Super Bowl every year. AT&T Stadium is the real
Jerry's world.
Right? But now, hey man, right now it's not. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay.
I got you.
Green Bay. You look at San Francisco. These places now are up and coming, man. This is our time. And like you said before, last year was a good chance for us to get it.
Yes.
Because nobody really thought that we were going to be there.
Yes.
And they didn't close the door. We just can't close the door. We want championships in Dallas. We got to have that.
My brother, I appreciate your fire, and I appreciate you calling, and I want you to make sure that you call in sports therapy when we are up and running and when football season starts, okay? Hey, appreciate you calling, my brother.
Fan, man.
Okay.
Thank you for having
all right.
me, man. Looking forward to your show.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you, my man.
My man. FH, take care. Bye-bye.
Caller, welcome to Sports Therapy with FH Jr. Hello.
FH.
What we got?
Hey,
I'm not listening to that dude there, man. I'm a Saints fan. I'm a diehard Saints fan. So I'm not listening to that dude. Y'all ain't did nothing in 3 decades. You think I'm supposed to sit here and listen to that? Hey, listen. Yeah,
Hey man, you gonna waste your gumbo, man.
Hey man, listen. I almost feel hey, I need some Etouffee right now.
Hey, bring me a bowl too, brother. Now look, every once in a while I will go Cajun on you now. Every once in a while I drop a we done did it. I will drop a we done did it on the on.
Listen, I love his fire. I love him. I appreciate his
But you know, but you
comments.
know that there is no fan shaming.
Which one you want? You want the rap? You want the rant? What you want? I'm gonna give it to him. But
So hey man, let me ask you a question about the Saints. What are you guys gonna do at quarterback?
That's been a problem since Breeze has left. It hurt me. I actually wanted him to stay one more year so we could bring somebody in to grow. I like Jameson Winston. I do. But there's a reason why Tampa Bay got rid of him. He's a decent quarterback if he plays under a system. Got a Sean Payton there. He was able to play in the system because it was a short passing game.
Right.
Stretch the field, and that's a problem when you don't have you're not reliable to stretch the field on the deep ball. So, it's going to hurt us until we can find a quarterback that can do that. Yes, I like what he can do if he can stay under that same scheme.
Let me propose this to you, my brethren. Let me propose this to you. How would you feel about Baker Mayfield to the Saints?
I don't think it'd be a good fit. And the reason why I say that is because you need somebody in the quarterback position that's a total dog and I mean when I say total dog, like the other caller was saying earlier, you need somebody.
You gotta have those. You got to have those.
You gotta have. Yeah, but I mean, you gotta have somebody in there that's gonna say, you know what, man, when it gets tough, man, put it on my shoulders and I'm gonna take you there. I'm not so sure Baker Mayfield is that kind of guy. I mean, he's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's that kind of guy that says, you know what, put the ball in my hand, coach, and I'm going to take you to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? He needs surrounding people around him, and I'm not saying the Saints don't have that in their offense, because with the offensive packages they have, they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not so sure he's that kind of person for New Orleans.
So now let me ask you this question. What are the Saints going to do this year? Super Bowl, playoffs, or knockouts?
If they maintain the system that's been proven for them through Sean Payton, they maintain that system, and with the defense that we have, adding, Tyron back there in the back, I think we can be competitive in the division. I think we will make the playoffs. I don't think we'll be as strong as probably Tampa Bay, maybe. But we'll be there in the playoffs. And then once we get there, anything can happen. I would say, we'll go a little above 500.
Okay.
With the new coach and so forth, just a little above 500.
Okay.
Get to the playoffs, and then from there, it could go either way.
Now, before I let you go, let me ask you this one question. This is what I try to get around to asking all my callers. And in terms of the draft, do we draft for need, or do we draft the best player?
It boils down to variables, and one of the variables is money. Where you are at the cap.
True that.
If you want to go get a player, that you really, really need, then you draft up, or you move up and you go get him. But if the cap limits you, then you go get the best player at the position that's out there. If it's a linebacker or
right,
a lineman, you go get the best player.
Yes.
Money, get for me, you good. Next time I go get it for you.
Okay. Hey, my brother, I appreciate you calling, and I love your enthusiasm. And as I was telling everybody, Sports therapy. We will be when football season start. Our real time will be from 7 a.m. to 8 o'clock, and we're rolling that right after all the games are played on Sunday, so that those who will need
So
therapy after the game,
we can vent, rant, and rave, huh?
yes, sir, you can rent, rave, or kick some knowledge. Hey, appreciate you calling, my brother.
Already, already.
All right, thanks,
Thank you,
man.
man. Thank you,
All
man.
right,
All right.
all right.
Bye bye.
Welcome to Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. Hello, hello. Welcome to Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. Caller, can you hear me? Oh, I think we lost our caller. Well, until someone else calls, let's do a reset. Let me get off the sidelines and talk about our show. Once again, Sports Therapy with FH Jr. This is where callers get to call in and rip, rant, or kick some knowledge about a specific event that took place in the games that played. All we will always be and only talking about NFL games. So when I say specific event, that means you can rip, rant about specific calls, holding, defensive pass interference, bad calls, bad clock management, whether the popcorn is terrible, the stadium is terrible, or whatever. Whatever you feel that you want to be able to call and talk about, we will be here for you. Okay. So here, let me take another caller here. Let's see. Welcome to Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Caller, where we calling from?
I'm at a basketball tournament.
Okay. If your team winning or losing?
uh, actually, I'm kind of just spectating.
Okay.
I'm a referee.
So now let's
I get yelled at on occasion.
let me ask you about your fandom. What team are we representing today?
Cowboys all the way. What you talking about? Ain't no other team to talk about.
You sound like a coach.
Huh?
You sound like a coach. Do you coach the game?
Nah, man, I'm far from a coach.
Okay. Well, you know, everybody that coach on that coach after the game, because I've coached plenty of games from my sofa. So
I used to play the game.
okay. So tell me about your Cowboys. What are we looking at this year?
Oh, it's hard to tell what we're looking at as far as the next season, man. Because we lost a lot of players, man.
You know what? You're the first one to say we lost a lot of players. Everybody else that's been calling, and you know, like I said, there's no right or wrong when it comes to everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I know a lot of my callers have been focusing on the loss of Amari Cooper. But in the total big picture, yeah, I think Cowboys they took a big hit on both sides of the ball.
We took a huge hit. We took a huge hit, man. So we rebuilding right now. People don't want to.
And you can't say that word, bro. You can't say. Don't say that word. Don't say that R word.
Hey.
Unless it's retirement. You don't say rebuild. Rebuild get you fired, brother.
Hey, somebody needs to get fired up there.
So now,
all these yes men we got up there, coaching.
So what about let's talk about the running back position for the Cowboys. Should they flip flop that?
No, the running back position is not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the blocking. We got to block better. The running is the running, but we not blocking.
Because it doesn't make a difference who's back there if you're not blocking.
Yeah, it don't make a difference who's back there if you ain't blocking, man. We got to toughen up, man, on the line of scrimmage, bro. If you ain't blocking who you supposed to block, they ain't finna run nothing. Now Ezekiel and what's the other guy's name? Pollard.
Yes,
What's his name?
Pollard.
Pollard.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
just a good. It's a good one. It's a good 1-2 punch, and they need to keep that. And Ezekiel, he didn't have. He was kind of hurt,
Hey,
as
but let
far
me
as injuries go.
let me tell you a factor, one element that Zeke brings to the table that Pollard doesn't. That brother can block.
What's that?
He can block. He
He
helps to
can
keep
block.
Dak standing straight up. If you want to know the truth, because
Man, that
I've
is
seen him pick up
so.
some linebackers that was coming through there to deplete Dak, and Pollard.
Yeah, he'll be Cleveland in a minute.
Yeah, and and used to back in the old days. I don't care how great a running back you were, if you couldn't block, you were not going to get on that field. You know what I'm saying?
No, you weren't finna get out there, man. You
No
wasn't
sir.
finna get out there.
Mm-mm. No
I done
sir.
seen it. I done seen it. I done seen it happen. Cause I played when I played ball. I was played ball in the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to college. I went to Navarro Junior College and
Okay.
played there, and then I transferred to Grambling State. And I
Ah,
got with Coach
HBCU.
Cobb at Grambling State.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all, man. So I know a little something about the game, man. It's just as far as the Cowboys go, man, we gotta have a little more dog in us, man. We ain't got enough dog in us, man. They gotta turn it up.
I feel you. And I agree. I agree wholeheartedly that there's certain players you have to have on a team. You have to have, like you said, man. You got to have some dogs. You got to have some guys who basically go out there and play without a helmet. You need those type,
Yeah, yeah,
you know. And if you
yeah. You
don't,
see what Michael did his first year playing linebacker. He come out there and just changed the whole defense because he a dog.
you got to have a couple of those in key position. You definitely got to have them.
You
But
got to.
my
You
huh?
got to, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you got to.
So tell me, give me a prediction. Give me a prediction. What is the final record going to be for the
All right.
Cowboys? Playoffs?
The final record for I think we'll make the playoffs. Yeah, I think we'll make the playoffs. As far as the division, I don't really see us losing the division. So
Now
I mean,
you know nobody's won back to back the NFC in what 10, 15 years?
yeah, that's true. Didn't nobody expect the Mavericks? Didn't
Oh,
nobody expect the Mavericks to beat Phoenix either
at all, at all, at all,
at all.
at
So
all.
you gotta line up. You gotta line up and play, man.
Well, my brother, I
Gotta
appreciate you
line up and play.
calling. And I look forward
All
to
right.
you calling next year. Not next year, but once football season start, our the time for the show is going to be from 7 in the morning to 8 o'clock, and we're gonna get things rolling. And right after football season, right after the first games, we're gonna go week to week. Every when the games play on Sundays, we have therapy on Monday mornings, man. So we gonna be here for the people, brother. So hey, appreciate you calling,
All
man,
right,
and
man.
take care. Okay.
All right, man. You do the same.
All right. Well, folks, that is gonna cap it for our very first show of Sports Therapy with FH Jr. And remember, our actual show time is going to be from 7 a.m. to 8 o'clock a.m. Um, I think I think we're gonna do some great things, and this is something new. We're trying something new, and like I said, if you like the show, call me. Or I'm working on my webpage. I'll get that up and running because actually I am juggling a lot of things. I am my own board op. I'm operating my boards. I'm doing my switch. I'm also filling all my calls. I'm doing all those things, and so hopefully, if you like the show, give me a shout. And if you hate the show, give me a shout as well. But it has been real. I've enjoyed it. And to all my people on all my golden lines, stay golden.